All right, we continue to follow this breaking news. A fast-growing wildfire has prompted hundreds of evacuations and snarled traffic on a major route in BC's Okanagan. Sarah is back with the latest on this. Sarah?
Yeah, Ian, so the latest from the BC Wildfire Service is that this is a fire that is fast-moving, as you say, and it is expected to continue to spread beyond any perimeter here. They are classifying it as out of control, and in terms of how fast it has already spread, at around 2:30 in the afternoon, it had been marked at 5 hectares, and by 5 p.m. today Pacific time, and that's just about more than a half an hour ago now, it was at 12 hectares, and so definitely fast moving. And to that point, it has resulted in a number of evacuations. Approximately 400 properties have had to be evacuated. We have a map here we can show you of the two highways as well that have had to be closed. We've got Highway 97, which connects Peachland through to West Kelowna, and then Highway 97C, which continues on. And this is 97C this way. This is 97, and it is long 97 that you in particular are seeing long lineups of cars throughout the day as cars were trying to make their way around and in and out of that area. So this section of highway closed, and the properties in between those two highways east of the road, Trempener Bench Road. That's where we find these properties, again, about 400 that have been what they're describing as tactically evacuated. So normally what we would see in a case of a wildfire is ideally there's an alert that goes out, and then people are to be prepared to leave at a moment's notice when there's an evacuation order. In this case, not even the order was necessarily issued to individuals. What you had is RCMP and local officials, we understand, going door to door, letting them know that this fire was fast spreading, that it was dangerous, that they have to leave. To that end, some have been maybe making their way to West Kelowna. If they cannot make their way into Peachland, where at the Peachland Community Centre, residents are being urged to go, Ian. And we understand from posts from the mayor of Peachland that there are sections of that community where traffic is really not moving, but others in which cars are able to get around.
Okay, Sarah, thank you very much. Well, our chase team has tracked down Rene Doiron. He evacuated with his family from their home in Peachland, British Columbia. He's headed towards Penticton now, and he joins us live via FaceTime. And Rene, first of all, tell me about your situation right now, where you are and how you're doing.
Good evening, Ian. We're currently doing okay right now. It was a bit of a hectic afternoon. Got home about 2:30 after the wife called me and told me about the wildfire. Traffic was heavy. Got home, got all of our stuff gathered, and got our go bag and whatnot ready, and got packed up. Started watering the house, watering, surrounding bushes, stuff like that. Trying to help knock it down if it comes as close as we could potentially see. But then around 4:30, the RCMP came by and issued us an evacuation order. So we got our my stepdaughter and her baby, and got the animals out, and we got out and made our way down to the Peachland Community Centre, where we registered, and now we're just having dinner at Cebo and Vines here in Peachland, and kind of coming up with a plan as to where we want to go for the evening. But right now we're currently going to be heading towards Penticton.
It's incredible. I mean, you talked about the RCMP coming by at around 4:30 Pacific time. We're coming up to 6 o'clock now, so that's less than 90 minutes ago when things kind of got turned upside down and you were told you and your family have to head out. While you've been talking, we've been looking at some video that you took, and so we can see kind of smoke in the distance, and maybe describe for us where you were when you took that video and what we're looking at.
So that video was taken directly off my deck. So the fire at that point during that video was probably about roughly 20, or probably, I would say, close to 2,000 feet away from our house. Obviously, the houses in the background that you can see closer to the fire were probably within 500 feet of flames. So kudos to the BC Wildfires Services and the Peachland Fire Department and West Bank Fire Department for getting on this and actioning it so quickly. It has spread quite a bit, very fast. I know from when it started at 2 o'clock on the highway, when I got home at about 2:35, it was already up to towards the Highway 97C and east of Trepanier, and it's now, I've been told by the RCMP that it has jumped Highway 97C and is into that backcountry there now as well. So
yeah, we so appreciate you.
It quite heavily.
Sorry to interrupt. We so appreciate you talking to us, especially with all that's going on right now. We got about a minute left, Rene.
Yep.
What happens tonight? Where are you going to stay? And you know, even the days after, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, we don't really got a plan. It was kind of dropped on us right at the last minute, of course, but you know, we live in BC, so we kind of, you know, it's kind of one of those things that we gotta kind of live with and be prepared for. And so we decide, okay, well, we get our essentials out and pack up the truck, and we're going to head to where hopefully we can get a room or some hotel in either Summerland or Penticton. I have friends as well in the Ball community here that have all reached out to me, offering us, you know, a place to crash, whatever, however long we need it, whatnot. So, I mean, we do have places to go, and, you know, I have family here in the west side, but it's just you know, I'd have to take a back route, which would take about 3 hours for me to get to West Kelowna. But I do have options that way as well. But for right now, I think we're just going to head towards Penticton and try our luck there. So.
You are, like so many people who go through this, so resilient and so calm in the face of so much uncertainty, and we appreciate you talking to us. I hope we can connect in a day or so to hear how things work out, and hopefully you get a chance to get back to your house soon, Rene. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. No problem. Thank you.
Rene Doiron evacuating with his family from their home in Peachland less than 90 minutes ago. All right, let's bring Darius Madavi back into the conversation. And what are you seeing in this area?
So a few things that I wanted to highlight. He mentioned that he heard from the RCMP that the fire had jumped Highway 97C. So that is this one here. So in theory, I mean, this is not confirmed information that we have independently confirmed, but it would have hopped north then. And that makes sense given the way the winds are blowing from the south-southwest. Those winds are expected to calm as we head into the evening. So a bit of good news there. But this is roughly the location of the fire. Normally, I would have a fire perimeter here that the authorities have estimated, but it's too early on to even have a proper location. So this is roughly the location of the fire. And as we heard, it seems to be growing, but we haven't heard new updates on the size of that fire either in the last couple hours.
Yeah, part of the reason, of course, is that in this situation, officials are very much in the emergency stage of this, right? So we both fully understand why there wouldn't be a lot of updates, because you literally have police officers knocking on doors and saying to people, get out.
Absolutely, which is why it's so great to have people on the ground that are able to talk to us and tell us what's happening. This is the heat warnings that we have in place across BC right now. Some severe thunderstorm warnings in the north. Fortunately, not down here, although we have seen some thunderstorms track through the area. We haven't seen a lot of dry lightning, which is a little bit of good news because that was very much a possibility and will remain a possibility over the next few days. So hopefully we'll see some precipitation pass over the area, which I think is a bit of a long shot to hope for anything's too significant, but, you know, fingers crossed. The fire danger has climbed very quickly in this area as well. For the last week or so, we've actually enjoyed low fire danger in the interior, even as the fire danger on the coast has been very high to extreme, which is a bit of an unusual setup for this time of year. But we're heading into the season when we're going to get more lightning. We're likely to see more fire starts because of lightning. Although I will note this fire in particular does seem to have been human caused. Unclear what exactly that means. It doesn't mean it was intentional or that somebody had a campfire they weren't allowed to have. It could have been a spark from a power line or something like that. All of that unclear at this point. Now, high fire danger here. If we zoom out to the province, you can see that fire danger is climbing across BC as well. So this is part of a larger picture. Extreme heat happening across BC. Still low precipitation levels in many places. So a lot to be watching, Ian. And the weather situation, unfortunately, is not what you'd want to see.
Okay, thank you very much. And once again, to sum up where we're at right now, this tactical evacuation in the area in the Okanagan, people leaving in a hurry. We heard from Rene saying that he got the call from his family to head out. So at this point in the evening, we're coming up to about a minute before 6 o'clock Pacific time. We're about to sign off. The National is about to come on CBC News Network. We will have some updates for you on this story, but there's a couple of key places for you to get information if you are in the fire zone. And of course, there are a lot of people I know in the Okanagan, not only who live there, but who are there visiting, because this is the height of the tourist season. It's so beautiful in that part of British Columbia. CBC Radio, I'm sure, will be on this story through the evening and tomorrow morning. CBC's digital site, CBCNews.ca, also will continue to update, and we will continue to watch this story on CBC Television.